prepared a presentation here tonight to give you a little bit of an idea about who Ranch Foods is and what we see our role in the food system for communities like Colorado Springs and communities like St. Francis, Kansas, where I also live and have a cattle operation. But food, health, and community, how your eating choices affect your health and the health of your community. We don't often think about, when food is on the plate, what it all really means. Where did it come from? How was it produced? Who benefited in the fact that that food was on your plate? How did it taste? Did it taste natural? Did it have the flavors that were naturally put into that food through the way that it was produced? Or were those flavors, did they come from somewhere else? Were they added, perhaps, to that food? So I'm just trying to get people to think about how their eating choice affects the world, the economy, your health, and et cetera. Once thought to be better than roadkill, but perhaps not. This is where we eat. This is where we raised our children. This is where America goes for food. Well, let's look at, this is King Soopers, one of the meat choices they have. Contains 20% solution, and the ingredients are water, salt, hydrolyzed soy protein. What's another word for hydrolyzed soy protein? MSG. If it says hydrolyzed, run. Don't eat it. Because if you do, if you're like me, you're going to be taking some Tylenol or something to get rid of that horrible headache that you're going to have. Flavorings, and then some stuff that's hard to pronounce. My point is this is a piece of meat. Why is it that we need to add all of these other things? Well, first of all, the 20% solution is very important for the margin that it represents and the profit to the bottom line for the meat person or the retailer or the processor or whoever packaged that product. These other things make it last forever on the shelf so it doesn't spoil. And certain other things make it taste like beef. Why does beef need beef flavoring? Fast Food Nation. It's all about Colorado Springs. And now the new book, Chew on This, is the teenagers' kids' version of Fast Food Nation. You know, when you're in declining health, do you really know that you're losing your health? You don't know until it's too late. And we have got children all across America today that are in declining health. We've never seen this rate of obesity among children, sugar diabetes among children, heart disease among children. They need to read this book, Chew on This. Fast food has hastened the mauling of our landscape, widened the chasm between rich and poor, fueled an epidemic of obesity, and propelled a juggernaut of American cultural imperialism abroad. What does fast food cause? Just American imperialism? My goodness, what's that about? Well, it's about the fact that Walmart, now the largest food retailer in America, searches the world for the cheapest food, the cheapest products, the cheapest ingredients that they can possibly find. They leverage one country against another. Brazil against Argentina and against the U.S. and against Australia for the absolute cheapest beef and the cheapest food that they can possibly find. McDonald's does the same thing. And these corporations have unbelievable and abusive market power in the world. Do you realize today we're importing 20% of the beef that we consume in this country? And that number is growing rapidly as our own producers are driven off the land with low prices imposed by Tyson, Cargill, ConAgra, the big meat packers, powered by the fast foods of modern commerce. How many of you saw that movie? Super Size Me. It was based on the book Fast Food Nation. This got a lot of children's attention, and it's kept a lot of children away from the fast food places. Here's a movie that's coming out this fall. It's called Fast Food Nation, based on the book. This movie has got the boys in fast food and industrial food and the foods of modern commerce really, really nervous. And I'll show you why.
Fecal coliform counts were just off the charts. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not exactly.
I'm saying there's in the meat. Tastes like it's right off the grill.
You don't think it needs like liquid smokes?
No. I think it's perfect.
What's McDonald's, Tyson, Conagra, Cargill, Walmart, all the national chain food folks, what are they going to do? They're worried. Well, they're going to have their own website. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to call it Best Food Nation. And Best Food Nation is going to be represented by this beautiful young lady, Julie, from North Dakota. That's probably on the North Dakota Beef Board or something, and promotes industrial beef, and the beef that you buy in your grocery stores around town, raised with hormones and antibiotics. And she's convinced that it's the way we got to go. And I'm convinced it's the opposite way we should go. I don't want beef to go in the direction of the chicken industry, where they all become slave laborers for Tyson, Conagra, Gold Kiss, Purdue, and others. And so what they're going to do is they've got their own website. They got all these people speaking for them. And have you ever noticed on these Walmart commercials, have you ever asked yourself the question, where do they find these people that will speak kindly of Walmart? Are they actors? Who are they? Well, the fact is that most of these people are good folks, and that they're just such a small part of the puzzle, of the total picture of the really bad things that happen when food is produced the way that it is and distributed the way that it is and sold the way that it is. They don't get the fact that they're contributing. They're contributing such a small part. It's like a packing house manager for Tyson that is told, you've got to increase throughput, you've got to increase tonnage in the trucks at the end of the day. It's the only way we can make a profit. He turns up the speed of the chain, doesn't he? And it's just like magic. They have more beef in the truck at the end of the day. It's great. He's also got more injured workers, a lot more injured workers. He's got a lot more turnover. But the guy that turned up the chain speed wasn't thinking about that. And was he thinking about all the ingestive material that's now on the meat because the chain is moving so so fast, and there's so many inexperienced workers doing the work, and they're puncturing some guts, and it's getting on the meat, and it's now we have a pathogen problem, a serious pathogen problem. Oh yeah, but no problem. We have a steam pasteurization cabinet down there that'll kill it. Does it kill it? No, it doesn't kill it. We have more E. coli problems today than we've ever had. But why don't you hear about it like you did 3 years ago when Conagra recalled 19 million pounds of E. coli tainted ground beef? Why don't you hear about it? It's because now we pre-test prior to shipment. If the meat tests positive for E. coli, it doesn't get shipped to a grinder, it gets shipped to a cooker. So it doesn't get reported. When Conagra bought the UAP companies, 56 agricultural type supply companies, my friend Stan McGee was the manager of Loveland Industries, that one of the companies they bought, and he said that Conagra didn't tell him to go out and lie, cheat, and steal to make money. They just simply told him to make 25% return on investment or else. So what do people do? They push and they pull and they cheat and they do whatever they can to try to achieve that goal that they're given. So anyway, this is the answer of the industry to Eric Schlosser's book and movie. Powered by the foods of modern commerce. What have these foods done to us with all these chemicals? If you could stop buying food with that long label on the box, you would feel so much better. The chemicals, the preservatives, all of these things that we're putting in our bodies are challenging our immune systems. They are making us sick. So anyway, I'm just saying, rediscover good food. And you'll also rediscover good health.